Hey, everybody. Welcome to Monday, January 18th. My name is Adam Peterson. Today, we're going to go over our BYOD training. Yes, we've covered this a couple times, but it seems like maybe we've taken our foot off the gas pedal a little bit. So, I want to make sure that you guys are aware of some great new opportunities and we continue to drive this metric, which we know is so important to Boost and Dish. So, thank you guys so much for hopping on. Can everyone hear me okay? And can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
Adam.
we can.
Hear you.
All right. So let me get this started here. All right, so our goal still is to hit 20% for BYOD, right? We had a stretch goal. We've been focused for the last few months. It was 10% back in September, October. November, December, we tried to inch it up, and now our goal is 20% for BYOD devices. Why is that our goal? Because that's what our competitors are doing. Your Crickets and the Metros of the world who've had this BYOD or your Open Sims for years, they typically can hit that 20% each and every month. So we're trying to do the same thing now that we have the same sandbox to play in. So I'll go over kind of the whys and hows to do BYODs for those of you who maybe have not done one in the past. And then some best practices, and I'll do a cold call with you guys as well so you can see how easy it is to close these sales. I know whenever I'm in a door making calls, the hit rate is very, very high. When you're in a slower month like January is typically slower. Granted, we have the power bundle, so that's great with the stimulus checks coming in. But if you have downtime, your store should be making these calls all day, every day. The minimum expectation is 10 calls per day. And I can tell you right now, for those of you guys who are branded doors and above, your account managers or DCI have the calls with you every month to kind of go over performance. A few doors do hit that. So congrats to you if you're one of those doors that hit that. But if you're not hitting it, there's no excuses. I see some of the busiest doors doing over 200 activations that are still hitting the 10 calls per day. And guess what? There's a correlation there. They're making the minimum 10 calls per day, and they're doing 200 activations because they are hustlers. They are driving this traffic into their door each and every day. If they have a downtime, they're making calls to get customers to come back in. So that's the goal for you guys, is to make these calls every day and continuously drive traffic back into your doors for additional sales. So the key priorities right now of Boost, right? There's three key priorities. BYOD, add a line. So that's your $50, $30 add a line, your $60, $40 add a line, and your tier one plans. That's your 50, 60 unlimited, and your add a lines as well. And of course, now we have the power bundle, which should be included in this key priorities because that's a huge focus this month, which is 6 months of service for only $40 a month on what would normally be a $50 plan. So power bundle is a different call. We will go into depth on a different time. We covered that a couple weeks ago if you missed it. But power bundle is another huge priority. But again, just want to let you know what are the focuses for Boost this month. And BYOD continues to be huge. So want to make sure you guys are taking care of these opportunities and get as many BYOD sales as possible. So let's talk a little bit about what is a BYOD. That stands for bring your own device. So what devices qualify? Any factory unlocked devices, postpaid devices that have met their financial commitment. So I know for me, for example, I have a Sprint S9 Plus. The previous months, I would check it in stores. It wasn't eligible because my commitment was not met. Well, now I've met it, so now that device is eligible because I've paid off all those previous payments. Your iPhones, your current top 10 BYOD SKUs are all iPhones. The majority of your iPhones are all going to be eligible. Your Android phones, anything coming from Cricket, Metro, T-Mobile, AT&T, previously activated Boost devices. There's tons of devices that qualify. The list gets updated monthly, basically. So you want to go to Home on the sales portal, go to Home, click on Quick Links, click on BYOD. Again, it's the sales portal, go to Home. Under the quick links on the right-hand side, click on BYOD, and you can get that most updated list of eligible devices. So when should you be pitching BYOD? 100% of port-in customers should have a BYOD pitch because every port-in customer that has a device with their current carrier is an opportunity. It's an easy way to add a line. You can ask them how they like their current device. For your existing customers that are looking to upgrade, a customer comes in with a Boost. Another easy way to add a line. A customer wants to upgrade a phone. You know, oh, I got this Stylo 6. I want to upgrade and go to something else. Perfect. Reuse that Stylo 6 as a BYOD opportunity for an add-a-line. They don't have to pay anything else for additional equipment. They can do their upgrade on their line, use that Stylo 6 or whatever phone they have as an add-a-line, and get another line of service. That's a big opportunity you want to make sure you guys do not miss out on. Whenever you do an upgrade, think BYOD add-a-line. All right? Now, and also for your existing bill payment customers, if a customer comes in, I always like to use the greeting, hey, are you here for our promos? No, I'm just here to pay a bill. That's great. We have promotion for our bill payment customers as well. I'll check their device, and I'll see, is it upgrade eligible? If it's upgrade eligible, I can offer them an upgrade and use that previous phone, again, as an add-a-line opportunity, just like the scenario we just discussed with our existing customer upgrade. So every customer that walks in your door, your stores are specialty shops, right? Your Boost stores aren't Walmarts. They're not Best Buys. We don't have 1,000 products. If someone comes in your door, they are looking for Boost. So you should never let a customer walk out of your door without a purchase. And let's talk a little bit about the WIFM. WIFM stands for what's in it for me. So there's a WIFM for your frontline employees that are on this call, and there's a WIFM for your customers as well. Let's start with the front line. So for the front line, this again is a new segment for us. I talked about Cricket and Metro are averaging about 20% of their sales on this. Well, for the past 19 years, up until Dish merged, you know what, we're about 6 months in right now. Up until Dish merged with Boost, we had no ability to do this. So now we do. This is why we keep driving this behavior, because we need to make it second nature so that we are beating our competition with Cricket and Metro on these BYOD sales. It's a huge opportunity for us. It's a great way to improve your add-a-line sales because there's no extra cost for the equipment, right? So if a customer's doing an upgrade, what a great add-a-line sale, because now you can use that previous phone at $0 cost and just pay for the rate plan. So 30 for your rate plan, we'll use your old phone, good to go. Get a second line of service, or third or fourth or fifth, right? So great way for add-a-line sales. And for you guys on the front line, it's a great way for an accessory sale. So if a customer comes in, hey, are you here for our promos? Oh, I don't know, I'm just here to pay a bill, or whatever the answer may be. I don't know, what kind of promos do you have? Well, who's your current provider? They tell you it's Metro. Great, can I see your phone? Let me see everything you're eligible for. Or even, I'm here to pay my bill. Great, can I see your phone? I want to see everything you're eligible for. And you get that phone in your hand. Now you can really inspect it. Do they need a screen protector? Do they need a case? Do they need a charger? So this is going to increase your accessory sales while positioning a possible BYOD opportunity. Even if they don't do BYOD, still get that phone in your hand, because that's an accessory sale opportunity for a customer who maybe was just going to pay their bill, or whatever the case may be. There's always a money-making opportunity when that customer walks in your door. So I want to make sure you guys take advantage of each and every person that comes through. Now, for your customer, what's in it for them? The WIFM for your customer, right? No complicated phone setup. So the phone's already been customized exactly how they want it. They don't have to search for their apps. They don't have to wait for anything to download. They don't have to log back into everything, remember their passwords. They don't have to wait for their information to be transferred over. It's a great way to make it very quick and easy, and it's a quicker sale for you guys as well, but very quick and easy for your customer to have all their information there at the touch of a button. And if it's a big money phone, so like a high-end Samsung, an iPhone, something that's expensive, let them keep that phone. Keep that line, that phone you spend a lot of money on. We'll give you our great nationwide network with huge savings to you, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. And then add-a-line, I kind of hammer this point home time and time again. We'll talk about it one more time. Even if that customer comes in, looks to buy a new device. This is a port-in example, right? They come from a different carrier. They want to port in. They want to get a new device. No problem. Get that new device. But now you can repurpose that previous device for a friend or family member for an add-a-line opportunity without any extra money spent on equipment. All right, so it's great for you guys on the front line. It's great for your customers as well. And breaking news, this launch, you guys should have heard about this last week. You can now purchase a BYOD qualifying device from DCI. And on this call, we're not going to talk about compensation, but for those of you who are partners or managers, know there is more compensation for BYOD sales. Well, you can now get an unlocked iPhone X 64 gig from DCI. These are on pre-order this week. We should have the turnaround pretty fast, so don't want to guarantee it 100%, but I'm 99% positive if you were to order it today, you will get one of these phones this week. The iPhone X 64 gigabyte, the dealer cost is $345. So $345 for you guys. It's up to you what you want to sell it to your customers for, right? So iPhone X, 345 bucks. A best practice is to sell it for that same 345 bucks and collect the $25 setup fee, so you're making money on the device, just like you would a normal Boost sale. But if you want to sell it for more, you want to sell it for less, that's, since it is a prepaid device, that is your discretion. It's going to come a plain packaging box with the handset only. Returns are allowed for the device within 60 days of the purchase date. So that's different than our typical 7-day return policy, right? So these used ones, you get 60 days of the purchase date to return that phone. So that's not when the customer purchases it. That's when the dealer purchases it. Robert, am I correct on that? I just want to make sure.
That's based on the dealer purchase.
Okay, perfect. So not customer purchase date, dealer purchase date. So you have 60 days from when you as a dealer purchase a device to be able to do a return if it is something internal and defective. Customer remorse returns will not be accepted, and devices are not eligible for the Boost promotional reimbursement, so no port-ins, nothing like this. It's basically you buy it for $345, you sell it for whatever you want. If you sell it for $345, you're breaking even like a normal sale. You sell it a little higher. If your customers will pay that, you get that extra profit. The recommendation from us at DCI is sell it for your dealer cost and charge a $25 setup fee like you would a normal phone. But keep in mind, you get the benefits of a BYOD sale. So this has been asked for a long time. If you guys have not ordered already, pick up your phones, call the DCI office. You can do it now while I'm talking if you want, or wait till after the call. But you guys should get these ordered as quick as possible. We've been asking for this for a long time, so it's a great opportunity for you guys to have. Any questions on the unlocked iPhone X before I move forward? All right, no questions. We'll go ahead and move forward. The BYOD compatibility check tool. So if you want to get 20% BYOD sales, the best practice is to use this tool 100% of the time. Whenever you have a port in, you need to check on and make sure it is eligible. Now, we look at these numbers every week internally at DCI on our DCI team calls, and the numbers are dropping. And I think there's a couple reasons for that. This has been out for a while. You guys are getting comfortable with it. You feel like you know what phones qualify, what phones don't qualify. My ask is don't get, I don't know if lazy is the right word, but don't neglect it, right? Keep using this tool 100% of the time because it is measured by Boost, and this is going to tell you if that phone qualifies. So I understand it may be an extra step. My ask to you is take that extra step every time, all right? We want to make sure we can see who is eligible. And why am I asking you this? Well, my favorite analogy is comparing the device checking tool to a game of baseball, right? And you're up to bat. So every time you use that tool, it's like swinging the bat for a possible BYOD opportunity. The more swings of the bat you guys have or a baseball player has, obviously the more hits they're going to get and the more runs they're going to score. So if you use that compatibility check tool every single time, you're going to see more BYOD sales closed. There is definitely a correlation between stores that have a compatibility check over 75% to their BYOD sales. If you're not using, if you're at 50%, I can almost guarantee you, because there could be some outliers, you're going to be pretty low on your BYOD sales, right? So use the compatibility check tool with every port in to see if BYOD is a pitch opportunity. So a customer comes in, welcome to Boost. My name's Adam. Are you here for our promos? Oh, I don't know what promos do you guys have going on or no. Well, what carrier are you with? They tell me I'm with some other carrier. I'm with Metro. I'm with Cricket. Okay, perfect. What did you not like about your current provider? Was it your phone or was it your service? Oh, I don't like my service. Perfect. Let me see your phone. I'll check everything you're qualified for. Now, what I'm doing here, I know they're not worried about their phone. They didn't like their service. So now I'm going to check, is their phone eligible? And can I make a BYOD pitch? Now, in that scenario, if that customer tells me they did not like their previous phone, then obviously I'm not going to pitch BYOD because they didn't like the phone in the first place. So you guys should be managing where your reps are at, how many reps have BYOD sales. The DK dashboard will drive this down to the rep level, but you want to make sure every rep is taking as many swings at the bat as possible. And if some reps aren't using it, then there's a great coaching opportunity to help raise the tide for the entire store. What exactly does that BYOD check tool do? It's going to verify if the device is eligible to switch to Boost. The goal is to check devices for 100% of porting customers. This is where we're really dropping. So we need you guys to really pick it up and check it for every porting customer. Why do we want you to use it? It's going to show effort that you're working towards BYOD, and effort is obviously rewarded by success. The more checks, the more hits you guys are going to get at your store. All right. And also, what happens to the data they gather from the tool, from BoostSends, right? So it pinpoints new devices to add to the BYO list. So as I said earlier, to start the call, is phones are added every month. If you guys are using this tool, and let's say we have 100 phones, 200 phones coming nationwide that are not eligible, well, this is where Dish and Boost see, oh, this device is important that customers want to bring over, and we're not allowing it. We need to add that phone to our lineup of eligible BYOD devices, and they have been doing that month after month. So the more times you use it, the more devices are going to get added. What's the next step? After you do that BYOFD, and again, why does it say BYOFD, and I'm talking BYOD, it's the same thing. That's the industry acronym, bring your own foreign device. So we say bring your own device, BYOD, but in that tool, it does say BYOFD. For those of you who maybe weren't sure of that difference, it's just bring your own foreign device. We need a device not currently with us on our network. So after you make sure that phone is eligible, you need to move to the SIM unlock test. Now, again, I'll get into the SIM unlock test in just a second, but wanted to go into a little more detail on what does it check exactly, the BYOD tool. So I told you it checks for the SKUs. It does that for Apple and Android. For Android, it's also going to check is the device unlocked. It's more accurate for Apple than it is for Android, which is why we have that SIM test, which is what I'm going to go into. It's also going to check if that device is on the national retail blacklist. For Apple devices, it'll also check if the device is unlocked. Again, not 100% accurate, which is why we have our follow-up steps, but it will also check against the blacklist as well. What that tool does not check is if their phone is currently under a lease with a previous carrier or if you owe money to a different provider. Okay, so now you've checked the tool. You go in their BYOFD tool. It says the phone is eligible. The next step, which is why I talked about, we don't know if it's locked or unlocked necessarily. I mean, most times it should be unlocked, but it's not foolproof, right? So the next step after you check and that says the phone is eligible, you want to do the SIM test. How do you do the SIM test? Very simple. Place a non-active SIM into the phone and turn the device on. You're going to get one of two messages. Message one, which means you're green light and ready to go. It'll read the SIM and display Boost Mobile. Message two, it'll say SIM error, invalid SIM card. All right. So when you get that SIM error / invalid SIM card, when you put the new SIM in the phone after you've checked BYOD eligibility, you might need to request device unlock. So Sprint, Verizon, Cricket, AT&T, Metro, T-Mobile, they all have different numbers to unlock their SIMs. I do have that in this deck. I will email the deck to all of your DCI account managers. Just ask them to email you a copy of it, and you will have this screen that I have pulled up right now, which does show you the numbers for all of our various carriers to unlock devices if necessary. Let's go back to that pitch. I kind of did this pitch organically a few slides ago, but I want to make sure we hammer this point home because this is going to really help you crush your BYOD sales. Customer comes into your door. Let's say I'm working at DCI Wireless. Customer comes in. Good afternoon. Welcome to DCI Wireless. How can I help you today? Oh, I'm looking to switch over from Metro. What kind of promotions do you have going on? So think of how you guys respond to that question in today's world. What we want you to do is to ask probing questions that are going to go towards that BYOD. So that customer comes in, they say they want to switch over from Metro. There's some great qualifying questions where you can really understand what your customer needs. So they want to switch over from Metro. That's great. We'd love to have you to the Boost family. Let me just ask you a few questions. What plan are you on with Metro right now? How many lines are you looking to switch over? Do you mind giving me your phone so I can see all the great offers you qualify? And then my favorite question for BYOD, are you switching because you're unhappy with your device or your service? Right? So these are just, 4 simple questions. What plan are they on? That's going to lean you toward the rate plan you recommend to them. How many lines you looking to switch over? This is very important. A lot of times when I role play with stores, they assume me as a one-line deal. They don't look for the family opportunities. So you definitely want to make sure you're asking how many lines you're looking to switch over. Do you mind giving me your phone so I can see all the great deals you offer for? This is huge because why? I want to upsell. And if I'm going to do a BYOD, I can then check for that because I'll have their phone in my hand. And I can look for screen protectors. I can look for cases. I can see if their battery's loaded. You need a charger. I can incorporate all that. And then are you switching over because you're unhappy with your device or your service? If a customer tells me they're switching over because they're unhappy with their service, boom, this is a great opportunity for a BYOD sale. If they say they're unhappy with their device, that's okay. Our goal is 20%, not 100. So 8 out of 10 people are probably going to say, no, they want a new phone. But 2 out of 10 are probably going to say it's their service in which I can get that BYOD opportunity. So I've been talking about getting that phone in your hand. Why is it so important? It's that physical examination you can do. When you get it in your hand, you can use the BYOD device compatibility check tool to see if it is eligible or not. If it's not eligible, then we're not going to go down that path of conversation. But if it is eligible, I'm going to check the condition of that phone. Is it cracked? Do they need a new screen? Do they have a good case on it? Do they want a new case? Is it naked? We need to add all the whole accessory bundle to that sale. So I'm going to take advantage of all those factors. Plus, having that phone in your hand slows the sale down where you can really make the most of that opportunity because no one's going to leave without their phone. So you're really in charge of that sale if you have that phone in your hand. Now, when you get to the point where you have that phone in your hand and you're sure that the customer at least likes their device, then you want to keep in mind your pitch to them. So you told me earlier you liked your iPhone 7, but you hated the service. Then you want to give them the whiff them. Well, I get you out the door for only $134.99, and you want to spend a bunch more money on a phone. So give them that upfront savings. And talk about the ease of setup. Your passwords, your apps, your contacts won't have to be switched over. All I'm going to do is upgrade your service to our great new Boost Nationwide network. I'm also going to give you give your phone a brand new look and feel with a case, a screen protector, new charging cables, and a speaker. Right? So that's one easy way to do that close. The other one is the assumptive close. That's great. So you don't told me you like your device and you like your service. We're able to keep that same phone for you. So you want to switch your passwords, your apps, and contacts over. Those are also going to be in place. So I'm going to start setting everything up where you pick out your new case and Bluetooth from this item selection and let them pick out their cases and Bluetooth and screen protectors. That's more of an assumptive close. But those are great closes to use to make sure you capitalize on that BYOD activation process. Now, again, how do you do the sale exactly? You check device compatibility, go into BYOD, BYOD compatibility check. Once it says it is eligible, you want to click on the next button next to it, which is firmware compatibility. Didn't touch on this earlier, but you want to check the firmware just to make sure you don't have to do any firmware updates before you activate that device. Now, when it says that device is eligible, you want to make sure the device is unlocked. As I said before, very quick and easy. Pop the new SIM card in. When you pop it in, it's going to say one of two things. It'll read the SIM and say Boost Mobile, good to go. If not, SIM error / invalid SIM card. Call who that phone was previously with to see if you can get that unlocked. And we have the list of those unlocked numbers for you guys to reach out to. Then you want to do your normal activation in the portal with the TN SIM. You do not want to use SN SIMs as the SN network will be sunsetting eventually. We want everything to be on our TN network. So turn off the device, process the activation in the sales portal. Once activated in the portal, activate that new TN SIM and power the device on. You may need to update the APN settings for Android-only phones. To do this, you go into the settings, go to Connections, Mobile Network, APN stands for Access Point Name. If you click on that, you click on Add, then you'll be able to put in Boost for the APN. But the big thing is basically turn APN on and off. If you enable it on, then you should be good to go. It has kind of the fine print of Boost that data for APN. If you need any of the red fine print on here, again, it is in the deck. I won't take the time to cover every line item here. The big thing is make sure the APN settings are turned on. Some common mistakes is not verifying the firmware update. So again, when you check that BYOD tool, make sure you check the other box as well to make sure the firmware is up to date. You don't want to put a new SIM in there until you have that firmware updated. Other common mistake when activating is make sure that Android APN and carrier bundle is set up for your iPhones. And of course, they have to be on one of our current XP rate plans. All right, so on Metro, they do have a Metro by T-Mobile folder to help unlock devices that you guys might need a reference. You can locate Network Unlock app and then do a permanent unlock. If accessible, reboot the phone and proceed with the TN activation. So that's kind of a best practice when it does come to Metro. The bring your own device locking policy. Boost Mobile does not lock any device which is activated as BYOD. For Apple devices from resellers like Best Buy, Amazon, the device will require a call to Amazon to unlock the device from Boost Mobile. Apple locks the device to the first carrier they activate on, and a call to Apple is required. So important for you guys to note that. All right. Now, I was going to do a live demo, but I think we're a little bit short on time right now. So we will save that for our Smile and Dial call, which we have coming up. At this point in time, I will open up. Do we have any questions?
It looks like we're good, Adam.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, again, the copy of this deck will be sent to your account managers. They can forward to you. If you need anything at all, reach out to us anytime. Thank you so much for happily selling. And please make sure you order those pre-owned iPhones now available from DCI. Thank you, guys.